Ladies and gentlemen, we have got Infinity Cycling in the house after loads of DC interactions, seeing the group fly up and down, past, left, right, dropped, not dropped. We're finally with the assistance of Ozzy, who's come through to the cafe downstairs. We got chatting. The banter flowed. Who do you ride with? Where were you from? He starts telling me about this legend, this Pops guy. You've got to meet him. I was like, do you think you'll come through to the podcast? But will you be happy to? He's like, yeah, for sure. You'll probably be there the same week. It's true, nuts. You were there that week, and an overlap of WhatsApp. My fault. You were here without me. So first off, I apologize for wasting
No
a
problem.
little time.
They're blaming me. It's fine.
Luckily it's Cape Town and everything is 10 minutes away.
Well, you say that. Guys, thank you for coming through. I really am looking forward to chatting about Infinity, yourselves, your history, the club, where it's been, where it's going. But maybe just for anyone that doesn't know you, the handful of people that don't know who you are, maybe just quickly run through and introduce yourselves and what your role is at the club, perhaps, as an easy place to start.
I think we'll let our honourable Pops go first.
My name is Yusuf Sunday. I started cycling when his son was born, 3 weeks old. And then he lived by me because I had to look after
Wife just gave birth.
Wife just gave birth, yeah. So he had a bike there and he wanted to upgrade and...
No. Pops saw me riding my bike. And then he admired, is like, he likes this thing. And he's watching me as like, okay, I think you should upgrade. I'm like, no. I'm not ready to upgrade yet to carbon. I was like, I'm happy with alloy. And he was like, no, upgrade. So I was like, okay. He wants to buy the bike. I was like, okay, fine. And then I upgraded.
Okay.
And then he started cycling.
that's basically, that's how I got to cycling.
How many years ago, just to frame this?
But well, it was 20. I think his son was born 2014 November.
Okay.
And 3 weeks later, he took me up Kennel Road, and that felt like a mountain.
Okay.
No,
Kendall
that
was like Sekebosi for Pops.
No, I couldn't get up there.
Pops told me, why you take me up the hills first? I said, where's the hill?
Unfortunately, where you live.
But it's still like Sekebosi for Pops.
Depends what time of the year it is.
We're now 5 kilometers per hour there.
I see your compadres have no issue giving you admin on the left and right.
We love Pops. No. Pops is like the heart of the club, you can say.
And I'm sure beyond.
I believe,
Absolutely.
I believe the faster I get, the faster they get, because no one
wants you to catch up.
no one wants to the old man beat
the standard is said is if Pops is on, you have to be on. You don't have an excuse to be.
You guys are cruel.
Yeah.
Samir, where do you fit in?
So, okay, I'm Samir. Firstly, thank you, David. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for giving our club the opportunity for this. So my name is Samir Ismail, and Muhammad and myself, so we met since 1999. I met him at university, although he wasn't a university student, but I met him at university.
Sounds like there's a story there.
Yeah, but that's a story for another day. And I think, so we refer to him as Sambo. So I'm not going to say Muhammad the whole time because I just name him Sambo, you know what I mean? Everybody knows him as Sambo. So Sambo and I think it could have been 12 years ago.
Yeah.
So
the club is 10 and 11 years.
No, 11 or 12 years ago, we decided we were going to ride bike. We met up with some oaks and they literally abused us on our first ride. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I mean, if I think back today, I can't believe us oaks actually did that to us.
Yeah.
Like on your first ride.
Randoms
on
or
a
people
bike.
you knew that...
Do you mountain bike?
Yeah?
So our first ride was up to Tukai.
To the mast or to
No,
just...
To
The Cobra.
Cobra.
The Cobra Trail.
My very first
ride.
My
First
very
ride,
first
ever.
My very first
No,
down.
that's
Our
ridiculous.
first downhill was the Cobra. We had to cycle all the way up to Cobra, which was...
Needless to say, you've got some PRs after that
Yeah.
And at first, I thought I was gonna die that day. 'Cause
So-
you
so
were
that- I
down and
think
you're
that-
I mean, I would still feel, having done a few, that you could die.
And that
don't
was
know,
your
but-
friends, right? And then a mutual friend.
Yeah.
I
I
have
feel
to
like the
I-
term friend is being used
Yeah,
very
yeah,
loosely.
I have
Yeah.
to mention him, Yusuf Chathia. That guy, he took us on our first road
Oh.
ride.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yeah, so we did a few months of
Yeah.
of mountain biking, and a few months later he was like, I think it's time to do road bike. I'm like, more money? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. The sport is expensive anyway.
Yeah.
And he took us out to Fishhook
Via Boys Drive.
by Boys Drive. First ride.
First ride.
Ah,
Yeah.
jeepers,
First
yeah.
ride, Boys Drive.
Now they abused us properly.
They
Top
like you-
tip: get better friends.
This
That's
is
a good
true.
place to start.
This is true. So yeah, that's where it started, I think. And
That was
then
the
yeah, 10 years. Yeah, 10 years ago is when the three of us were on a bike, and I think that's where it started.
Yeah, we started riding together.
No, the way it started was me and him. We were cycling with Zaki Hendrickson. What was it club called, or
It's like just wheel works.
Wheelworks, whatever. And I got dropped, like Ina said, you got dropped, you know. And I said, no, man, yeah, I think we must start our own club. And then he says, really? I said, yeah, we start our own club. You come up with a couple of names. And then he brought 4 names. And then I picked out Infinity because I felt like a cyclist was always trying to improve himself. And it's always like Infinity, you always try to better yourself, better
The
every
infinity
time.
loop.
Yeah,
Just never
so
ends.
I felt that name was more suited.
Befitting of the club.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
in the chat and we were like, no, you want that one. He wanted a different one. Pops was like, that's the one. And we like,
So outside of cycling, you guys are friends through meeting
So-
at university, and
Yeah,
you
no.
are neighbors, I'm guessing?
father-in-law.
Father-in-law.
Yeah, father-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they are best friends.
So it wasn't just any baby, it was
Yeah.
your little
My grandson.
grandson. Okay.
yeah, son, yeah.
So yeah, that's where it is. And currently I am the chairperson for
Okay.
Infinity. Sambo is actually like the chairperson.
Okay.
I'm PR.
I just hold the title.
I was going to say, he must be doing something creative for the,
Yeah,
for the
no,
club.
no, he's absolutely.
PR.
He's the face of the
Yeah,
club.
he's the face of the club. Sambo is we can't do without him. He just does everything.
Good.
We have a really good team. Pops was chairperson in the beginning.
when we
and
started, yeah, Pops was the chairman.
he was at the helm.
For the first 2 years, yeah, that was it.
But it started off as a journey because the first couple of months we just rode and people were talking about DC. And Pops was like, I think
Yeah, the guy who trained me was talking about DC, and I said, what is that? He said, oh, it's a race, it's 202 kilometers. I said, oh, sounds...
Cape
Pops was
Town
like-
World Champs.
in your first year of riding, Pops was like, we're gonna do DC. I was like,
Okay.
in the first year.
So what if I can take a mild step back? You all land up cycling, mountain, came road. What was the drive to get into cycling? What was lifestyle pre that? Were you gym bunnies? Were you running? Were you doing something before that? Or
No, I was just
because
working.
I always find that's an interesting journey, and the journey that cycling takes you on is generally described, by most as being a significant
Well,
change.
I was always an athlete in my younger days.
Okay.
Always active and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I did some bit of running, but not much, but mostly working until I saw him with a bike, and I liked what I saw and what he achieved. And I said, well, I need to try this, and that's how I got to get
That's
this bike.
only 11 years ago.
Yeah,
That's,
he's not bad for old man.
That's, and then my guess
See, we
is that
motivated him some
Pops is kind of we're going to do this, and then it's okay.
Yeah, the
we
two
get
of them,
this done.
they
so there's
like
obviously
to-
immense ambition. Yeah, there's no. I'm seeing,
We were like,
and you guys are game for anything.
we were just because we can say we fairly active. We
Yeah.
did MP challenge. We did we
Okay.
like things like that. And he told me get a bike, and I was like, that's expensive. And he was like, get a GP. I was like, okay, fine, get a GP. And then it was like mountain bike
Yeah.
for like 6 months or 7
It's a
months.
slippery road, isn't it?
And but the funny part of it was like you got hooked.
Yeah.
Like we got hooked, but we were like proper.
What
noobs.
hooked you?
The downhill, funny enough, because
Okay.
we would drive to Tukai, not cycle. I mean, now we cycle to Tukai. We would drive to Tukai. At the time, Tukai was still lush, green trees.
It's
Everything.
before the fires.
before the
yeah.
fire.
We parked there. We did 10 or 12 kilometers, meaning half of us is up and another half is down. By the time we get to the bottom, we were in love. The first time. Awesome here. We were in love. We were like hooked. We were like, next week again? Next week again.
Yeah,
And we
it just
did
came
for
on
like-
from there.
Yeah.
So you guys are a little bit adrenaline junkie-ish. Obviously, you enjoy that.
The
But
downs,
that was,
yeah.
I think our journey was, we like suffering up the hill because it was the fitness part of it. You
Yeah,
get the
Endorphins.
yeah. You know, you get the fact that you're
It's also good to throw
Yeah.
up every now and again. Really.
Helps you get to fighting weight.
So yeah, we got hooked immediately with the fitness and the downhill because we said
Yeah.
we're getting fit and we enjoying the downhill. So it was like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then we ended up doing a couple of mountain and bike events. We loved it, and it was a solid 6 to 8 months. And then we said buy road bike, and then we transitioned from mountain to road, but it was a very smooth transition because the one was like short but climbing. The road was distance but less climbing. So that's why it took us.
It was actually easier to get onto the road bike after the
Very-
mountain bike.
Yeah, for sure.
it was
I
actually-
think it's a
it
much
was-
deeper.
It was easy, and I think that was like after, and immediately it was like, let's do an event. So we were like, okay, we're gonna do Stellenbosch. We heard about Stellenbosch cycle tour, burger, and we're like, okay, we need a seeding. To do a seeding, we need to do a race. And our first race was in Langepan.
Oh yeah,
We went
Langeban.
very far for our first race, and we did Langepan, and we did Stellenbosch, and after Stellenbosch, that's where pops.
Stellenbosch
So-
was that race where I had to carry your car key because you were worried about the weight that was going to keep you down. Am I correct? I'm just putting things in my memory.
That's the one.
Is that the one?
That's the one.
Exactly.
You have a weight weenie over here.
Was.
And for you, Pops, what was it that bit you about the cycling bug? What was the hook?
I don't know, but I think memory. I stopped smoking because of insurance. If you're a smoker, you pay like
Less on
10K
insurance, eh?
per month, and if you're a non-smoker, it's half or less than half. And then they said it takes 10 days for the nicotine to get out of your bloodstream. So after that 10 days, they tested me. So I was deemed to be a non-smoker, and I qualified for the non-smoking policy. And then I said, well, I must make good of this. And then that same time, I think he upgraded, and I got his bike.
Force upgrade.
And then when he took me up Keno Road, that suffering, I think that made me got hooked to the.
Okay. So also the.
So now you
the
know you
saying-
like suffering.
Yeah. If you wouldn't be cycling if you didn't, let alone
I think
entering
it's a
DC.
normal. You need to
Yeah.
have a certain amount of resilience and ability to suffer to be a cyclist.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot happening in cycling.
Very little comes easy.
Nothing.
Very little.
Because when we cycle as a group, then I cycle with him, and I managed to get to, is it President Simonstown? Jubilee. And then I can't anymore, and then the two of them go to Smith's, and I must wait for them at Jubilee until they come back
That's
and
decent.
carry on.
So,
Humble beginnings.
so speaking of humble beginnings, you all kind of land up, which I think is amazing. I'm gathering you stay southern suburbs, close enough around there.
Yeah, so we all stayed close by, you can say Weinberg area.
Okay.
Because we all start at the PP garage in Rasmin Avenue.
Okay.
So most people know that spot. A lot of people actually park there. So that's like where we start.
That's
You
the
can
meeting
get me a
point.
picture of that. I can add it as
Yeah.
a B-roll image,
Yes,
which would
yes,
be
yes.
nice to see.
But
And that's kind of like the local meetup spots.
Yeah, we've got a few. 3 Ots is the one pickup point.
yeah,
then
that's the other.
block,
So
block
we'll
and
start.
chisel, eh?
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah,
we'll
other.
start
okay.
there.
No,
So
it
we'll
is.
go our way
Spot.
down to 3 Arts, and from 3 Arts it's
Just pick up
It's
everybody.
obviously dawned on you what an incredible area you stay in.
Absolutely.
Like world-class mountain biking, road,
Absolutely.
everything.
I
It's a
think
great-
God, God has truly blessed us to be able to leave our
Yeah.
homes and literally ride in
Yeah.
some of the best views that you can.
Have you cycled anywhere else around the world? Europe? Anywhere like that?
Unfortunately
we
not.
weren't fortunate enough for
It's-
that. We
it
did
will
like
come.
Neisner and
It will
those
come
kind of
and you'll realize the craziest thing you'll realize is how good it is here. Like you can go and do
That's funny you say that. We
wherever you
had-
want.
We had some riders that were part of the club that raced overseas. What's that guy's name? Not the question. Tall.
Oh, Mutalib.
Mutalib, yeah.
We had a junior that was with us.
Yeah.
That went to Europe
Okay.
to go race and train, and he loved it. But that's where you find out the levels are different.
yeah, very. It's,
So like we have the views, they have like very strong.
our
cyclists,
rugby
that's it.
is a good reference point. If you go and look at schoolboy rugby in other countries and
Yeah.
you come look at schoolboy rugby here,
That's chalk and cheese, eh?
it's insanity. Go look at football in England,
Yeah.
come look at soccer here,
Again.
completely different. Like it's two different. That level of performance is bred and structured from young. And those oaks, I mean, you'll see training camps, performance centers, investment into track, you
Yeah.
name it,
Yeah.
from a young age. Those oaks are wired very differently.
Yes. Similarly to the other Springboks here.
Now you say that one of the main reasons you were dropped, and you're like, bugger this, let's start our own club. Was there more to it than that? Was there? If I just hear how people anecdotally refer to the club, it sounds like very emotional, very like almost like a brotherhood. It's really
But
tightly knit.
it's because of that, because we felt like excluded. We're not part of that. And that's why I said, yeah, let's start our own. Because we felt like brothers, you know, like camaraderie.
We were a small group, and when we decided to cycle together, we were like, okay, let's all look good together. Let's, you know, like use the same kit.
Have some sort of a system.
Yeah.
So,
And then basically after that, it was when Pop said we want to do DC, and when we committed to that, we decided we need to obviously get a 12
Get the
person,
12 riders.
12 riders together,
And then train together.
We asked like a few of our friends, and they were like, okay, they'll join up, and then randomly, we got people to initially just.
Yeah,
so initially, when you formed the club, it's the three of you.
Yes, no, four.
Well, 3 or 4 of
Tonight.
us.
Okay.
The other guy, but he's not more.
Yeah, he doesn't cycle anymore.
Yes, and then the guy that used to train me, Nizam, we went up, what's it?
Nick.
The neck, yeah. And we got to, and Nazim came, and I asked him, like to do DC with us. I said, what time? I said, about 8 hours. He said,
First
"No."
DC.
First DC. I said, yeah, no, that's fine. He says, that's fine. And that's how and then they got guys, he got
My
family.
cousin joined, and then he had a friend of his that joined, and before we knew it, we were 13 people, I think, training together.
Yeah.
And doing our first DC, I mean, we didn't know what to expect, but we heard rumors. It's tough. We need to put in mileage, that kind of thing, and and that was already a journey in itself, because we were just cycling.
10 years ago, you did your first DC.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and have you skipped on since?
I think there was only 1 year.
COVID, no? Or was it?
No, it wasn't even
before
COVID.
No, when it was rained out.
No.
Yes,
Yes,
the rained out 1 week.
Okay.
That year, the guys were like, yes, no, and then they said, okay, let's leave this year and do next year. And then somehow that was the rained out one.
So you're going for your 9th DC this year then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
next year's a biggie. That's actually lucky. You get two 10-year celebrations.
Kind of, yeah. If
Something
you
of the
think
sort.
about it, but this is our 10th year, because the club we counted from the first DC.
Okay.
Because the club wasn't formed, was at at the evening of that DC, after the DC, we were sitting around the table.
Okay.
And then because of the camaraderie, the brotherhood that we formed in that training, building up to the DC and doing the DC.
Special, eh?
And then he managed to get a white woman to say Ya Salam. You know, that was epic. While riding.
No, we had a
So I'm generally the loudest on the ride and the slowest on the ride.
No, he's talking
So
nonsense.
that is a unique combination.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you remember the DC where it was sunshine, rain, hail.
I've only done
I don't know.
3. I'm fresh to cycling. I'm not as
So that was 10 years ago.
As
And our
experienced.
very first DC was
all those
probably-
conditions.
Yeah.
The best one.
We started
Sounds
off
like a normal morning in Cape Town.
Well, yeah, it was pretty much like sunshine, rain, hail, and that cycle was like for the whole of DC.
How
It's
was
crazy.
the ride? I mean, you gave me a clue what it was like at the end. What was the vibe like on the road?
Nah, it
They
was
call
top class.
It was a
I was a,
experience.
What a jewel.
I was a Terry on the ride.
Yeah,
Okay.
what a jewel. It was proper.
That was the best ride ever.
Good vibes. Were guys going deep?
Well,
Did you go the Charles Milner route, or did you
Yes.
burn
Yeah,
off
yeah.
6 and go?
So,
Okay.
No.
so we
Old
did.
school.
With the aim was to do a 12-man finish as our first DC, and if you know DC doesn't come without its drama, and obviously you will get drama on the way. The first, I think, was when my cousin's chain got stuck between his crank and his frame, And I said, okay, yeah. So he stopped, and I said, you go. I will bring him back slowly.
Oh,
Pops decided he wants to stay. I was like, no, Pops. Oh, too late.
I'm captain. I can't let
So
my
Pops
guys
stayed
down.
behind, and we tried to get it. We couldn't get it loose. We got him one of the.
tell me you went on like Trudeau or something like that. Where,
After the
After
just
the-
okay, thank
after
you.
the
Was that 60, no?
Thank Evans.
It's
And
around
that was
about
after
60, somewhere
60.
there, 60, 70.
So it
And
was
then we had to
65.
get someone with a pliers to get it out. It was that hard.
Sure.
And that was like the first, like we said, fine, we'll get you at the halfway mark. We pulled out, we managed to regroup and whatever. First stop, after the first stop, we all fine, everybody's happy.
No, we thought at Trudeau that was a feeding zone. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
we
stopped
thought that was like one. Stop, and then we took
Yeah,
like
got
20
Trudeau and
minutes.
up to
20
Trudeau.
minutes.
20 minutes there, pee, eat, and then when we got to the halfway mark, they told us no, it's not.
That's not-
And then we all laughed. It was like, okay, whatever, let's go along. And then as we come out to the first stop, was it the first stop where Pops had the accident? First stop, we're going up a little track. Pops is like coming through, and I'm in front with someone, was a year or whatever it was. Pops comes through the middle, and he's like coming through, and we like way through, and there's two people in front of him, and he bumps these two people, and they go flying, and Pops is flying, and everybody's laying, people's laying on the floor, and it was like, and long story short, Pops came back.
Skittles on a bowling ball.
Yeah, it was
Basically,
nuts.
yeah. And
But
Pops-
that's because Pop said you must never drop your cadence,
Yeah.
irrespective of the cyclist in front of you.
Do you watch that average cadence? Is that your metric?
No,
He's
because
like, I'm not taking my cadence.
you know, I look at my speed, I go 33. I said, shit, I must keep this speed.
Yeah.
And uphill.
Yeah,
But
and-
they didn't see what I saw. I saw a gap, you know.
Yeah.
But I
It's all
think,
relative. Eh?
but I think this woman got scared of the cat eye and
Was that the white woman that said?
Yeah. We hope not. And then that was like the first stop, and we made it all together to the second stop. You know, if you know the Three Sisters, we pushed on over, we helped everybody. We got
bitches.
to the finish line, and we had our group photo, and everybody was
It was awesome.
Vibes are high.
Besties
The whole
ever.
place.
everything.
Yeah.
And that was you can say the start of the club.
Of
That's
Infinity,
what
yeah.
I think
That
we built on
race
it.
is
That's really
so special.
Yeah.
I've had I don't know if you're familiar with they're not a club. They aren't formal at all. But Pure Savage, which is
Yeah.
my club ride. That's who I ride with. The founder actually sits and works in that office just over there. And for the first time ever, we did a similar thing. I want to go and shoot all the Atlantic Seaboard teams.
Yeah.
So Pure Savage, Mother, and LPC. That was the OG battle. And I did my first DC with them 3 years ago in there. So I have a race team, a social team,
and a mixed team as well.
team. And I landed up by chance in the race team. That was the moment. It was, I don't know that I would have moved to Cape Town. I don't know that I would have had my daughter who's nearly a year old. Like, all these things that happened, like, he now works here, and you like never take for granted.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can see for yourselves
Yeah,
10
so I
years
think
later,
that's-
what that can do, and that you galvanize like that.
Yeah, I think that's where the stage was set. Because, going through that hardship and
Yeah.
enjoying that happiness at the end, that just solidified it. And I think...
and the motto of leave no man behind.
10 years
Okay.
later, that's still what we try to keep as the ethos of the club.
Okay.
Is that... and we have various levels of cyclists in our club. Like from me right at the bottom to those oaks that
Racing snake,
are right up there.
Yeah.
But yet we all get on like a house on fire.
It's funny that
We
you
have a
say
few
that, because if I
Karens and
think
that is what
about
it is.
Infinity when I've seen them, so this is what irritates me about cycling culture. And I was saying this to Kev, the cyclist. He runs that Let's Ride group.
Yeah.
When I was chatting to Ozzy, we was like, you say Infinity, I know, I can see it immediately in my head. The kit, I know it, I've seen them, they do DC, it's a big club, and that's all I know. I know, like, I can list off names of clubs. Crown Cycles, that crew. There's, how many times have you sat and had coffee with them? How many times have you seen those collective groups of people? We all love the exact same thing. There are some things that, you'll see there's more white males there, and there's maybe more mixed there, more females there, and, whatever, like, but everyone at the end of the day.
Yep.
But you never, ever, barring DC, do you see all those people together.
Yeah.
And pats on the back, and hey, and how was, and it's like, and that was a big part of what we're trying to create down there. It's like, Imagine that happens once a month.
Yeah.
You have all these different people in there and all that banter. It's all it ever is. It's
Yeah,
banter.
absolutely.
And it's good stuff. But when you say that, leave no man behind, and that motto, it always felt like you guys were the biggest group. Like, there's so many of them. It's like,
strangely enough, we weren't.
Because obviously you stuck together. That
I
pack
think
mentality.
that could be it.
The
Yeah.
pure savage group's motto is literally you ride to drop your mates. Like, if you
we see it on the road.
toast, goodbye. Like there's no, which appeals to me. Like I want to be in a slightly toxic
Yeah.
Environment.
where it's like you're fighting for, because if you land up there, which every Tuesday morning I'll get dropped. Every single Tuesday. I think I've been up to the first once, and that's probably because it was raining and no one else was there. It's like,
But I think
so it breeds a different thing.
I think every cycling group or even a team would have that kind of environment. Depends on who you ride with. I mean, we do the same thing. Last year, for example, it's the first time we did 3 teams. We never fielded 3 teams before. Last year was the first time we fielded 3 teams.
That's bigger.
No outside riders. Previously, we had 2 teams, and we had to get 1 or 2 riders from outside to fill the team.
36 is a big number of people to have committed to DC.
But my point is that
Well
we
done.
had 3 levels.
Yeah,
So we have the
three.
social level, which was the third team, which was Pops'
That's
team.
our level.
Okay.
I rode in the second team, and then there was a proper race team.
Race team.
Where these guys rode 5 something. And
Oh,
we rode
27.
6:13, and that was they did the 12-man finish. But again, you can choose.
6:13 still on it.
That-
I see how you just slid that in there.
Yeah, no.
Just a little 6:13,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
major.
nothing
So this
crazy.
was the second team,
Yeah.
which I was in, and the race team they did 5, whatever it
27.
was, 27. But the levels are
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So we normally used to always try to do Sunday club rides, but now that it's these training, the guys they know their place. So
Are you in swing now, ready?
we
You've
now
started
in
to-
that sort of environment.
You
where
start seeing
people-
us do this on the ride.
Yeah. They'll be like, so you know, like a lot of the team 1 guys are going north.
Yeah.
Some of us are more going south to get
Yeah.
into the swing of things.
I
but
love that.
And also,
The DC banters in the air.
no, I mean, make no mistake.
But
I
then
think-
there's one ride a month that everybody comes together.
Okay.
Well, it's meant to be that, but it doesn't always work that way. But it's the
It's
plan.
also because you may be too much, so you need to split it up just to keep the road in check and
So,
motorists, etc.
as a club, DC just derailed us. I could do the whole thing. You can just chat DC. Give me some numbers. Where's the club at today? Where's home? Where's the headquarters? And what does like a typical month look like in terms of events, in terms of flow? Maybe let's start with members. How many are you?
63.
No, man. 50 something.
So obviously we started with 4 and ended up with 12, which was then that DC
Yeah.
team. But I think of the 12, 1 wasn't a member. Misa wasn't a member.
Misa.
What constitutes a member? Maybe let me start there. Do you have
Well,
do you
at
sign up and become a member?
After the DC, we then decided that we wanna
wanna
keep this,
make it a
make it
official club.
official.
So then it was constitution and putting all those things together. So like over the 10-year period, it's been a constant construction project all the time because we had the youth come in and youth go out and members come in and members go out and people default.
Okay, so it's run and governed as a official club.
Yeah,
hence
yeah.
the,
Yeah.
So we've
hence
got
the,
like a proper
the titles. Okay.
system in place.
We've got
a
a-
chairman, vice chairman.
Got a phenomenal exco
Why
team.
did you go the formal versus informal route? Purely out of interest?
I think a lot of our guys wanted structure.
Yeah, just for the structure. And, you know, there were people that wanted to sponsor the club. So,
Yeah.
I mean, to get a sponsor involved, one needs to have some sort of a system and have your ducks in a row. And, I mean, from the inception of the club, I almost want to say that members have funded the club all along. Up until today, we still have members that are sponsors and that contributes
Majority
towards
is
the funding of the club. And yeah, the majority of our sponsors are actually members within our club.
Yeah.
But currently, our club is at its biggest that it's ever been. So with that, I mean, there's constant changes and constant things we need to think
Challenges.
about. And how do you navigate that? And what if that happens? How do you counteract it? And so I think
Unforeseen circumstances
I think
of
we're about
growth.
53 members and growing. I mean, last year we just had people knocking on the door all the time, but it was just too much to manage. So I think we put a cap in place
cap was,
at September,
September, yeah.
end of September, and then that was it. I mean, if you didn't get
Okay.
in by September, you'd had to wait now till.
So a member
Till the new
pays
year.
an annual fee, gets a kit.
Yes. Now you must pay for his
Do they have responsibilities? Do they have to attend certain things? Do they have to do certain things?
Initially, we had like
one
we must
ride.
at least try to do one ride with the club a month.
Okay.
But majority of the people that actually join, they want to ride. So we've got members that's been in the club for 5 years, 6 years, whatever it
Okay.
is, and you get guys that are just joined, and they are normally the guys that are
Okay.
more motivated to actually ride. So they'll always we have a system where we post every Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
We will post like a ride and say that's the Saturday
WhatsApp
ride.
group.
template,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we've
Okay.
got like a general group, then we'll have like a
The
rides
banter group.
Yeah, that's a banter group.
There's another word for it, but we can't say it.
So we've got a little chit chat, and then we've got a rides chat where you post your ride and people can just add their names. So that'll normally happen Friday, Saturday, and then we
Okay.
have a notice chat where just notices
And then obviously
important.
DC group 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So the notice chat is just for important stuff, so you don't miss.
Okay.
Nothing gets missed in the general chat. And then obviously there's an exco and yeah, and so on. So there's structure put in place. So a lot of people like the structure. So
Okay.
some of our members said they joined because they've heard how well run the admin.
I can understand
structure
that.
of it. So
We have the exact opposite. There
yeah,
is absolutely none whatsoever.
So for us, it's kind of we try to do it that way because we got a lot of people like Samir, for example. He's a sponsor and he's on the board, and they run businesses in a structured way. So we use.
I was just gonna
So
say,
so a
who's
lot
the
of the-
businessman? Yeah, there has to be one.
Yes, no, but that's the thing. We've got like a few maybe.
Yeah.
But like if you use that mentality,
It
Yeah.
just
do
works.
everything in a right way. So you dot the I's, you cross the T's.
What's the beautiful thing about Cape Town
And,
is you've got everything from a well-structured,
Yeah.
business outfit-run club, and there's many of them, and you've got complete free-for-all savages trying to murder each other on every ride. It's like, you don't have to fit in the box, and that's
Yes, that's the thing.
That's the
So-
beautiful thing is you can, and that in and of itself, for a lot of people, hopefully lots of people watch this and subscribe and like the video. They don't know that. So there's a group of girls that started a group ride, Southside Cycles, and this has become their home. So they operate and run from here.
Okay.
And they, tried out Seaboard and all sorts of different places, and it dropped. No one, waits, particularly cares. Just like cycling is quite a selfish sport, and it is. Like I get that when I go out and ride. I have a business, I have a wife, I have kids.
Yeah. I'm gonna be
I've just got that time.
Yeah.
Like, don't mess with it. Like, I'm here to do a thing. Like, this is my time. I don't want to be getting my levers out, worrying about every other puncture there. So, like, I get that side of it. I really do. But they just wanted somewhere to go from and cycle. There's a group of ladies that have, like, literally no experience riding. Wow. So they were riding out of there's this golf estate here. So they were meeting there, riding from there. 1 became 2, became 3. They had a ride the other day. There must have been 20 plus women.
Wow.
It's nowhere for them to go. It's like you would think by now there's a place for everyone to go. Like there isn't. There's so much to be done as a community.
Yeah.
For a group of girls that want to feel safe riding together. So now they come here, they park there where you guys did.
But
They can leave
exactly
from here in the
that,
morning, and it's a safe environment.
Safety in numbers.
And I think like
100%.
this is like exactly what you said. Like some people join
something for everyone.
because they want a structured system. So they
Yeah.
want to ride Saturdays and Sundays, and they want to
Yeah.
make it structured because they want to get stronger.
Yeah.
So a lot of the reason they join us is for that specific reason. Whereas others, they just want to ride their bike whenever they feel like it, and that's fine.
And there's no
Sure.
pressure on
and,
them.
Yeah.
either.
and there's no pressure on it, and that is fine. Like I mean, Pops did it for last year or the year before. Like he rode with me on a Sunday, and he's happy with that. When it comes to DC, obviously different story.
Yeah, there's
you
some
have to put more time in
expectations
it.
there.
But like it's fine for you to just come out and ride,
Yeah.
and there's no problem in a club. People will be like, you want to do a ride once a week? Fine. Just get the right group of people because there's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
So you get the right crew that you want to ride with, and you do your thing. I mean, some
Yeah,
people
but
do it in the week, and some people on the weekend. So
But it's so strange. I mean, like Muhammad is saying, is our club has what's the word I'm looking for? It has a reputation. I mean, we're a social club, right? But we're not a social club. I mean, when they say there's a coffee ride, it's not a coffee ride. They say there's a zone 2 ride, it's not a zone 2 ride. So we've we've adopted that reputation of being quite a crazy club in terms of what we achieve, in terms of our times, and people actually like scared to come and ride
for
with
a
us.
year. Train for a year to
Scared
join
to
the club.
approach and like when they see me in my Infinity kit, like, "Ooh, this guy, we can't ride with him." I'm like, guys, no, this is the wrong guy. This is pro bono, you know. So I mean, it's for me. I think that's the beauty of the club is that there's all levels there. We cater for everybody. It's all
It's
inclusive.
just tricky trying to convince people when they see Western Province races.
I've been
and
trying.
podiums.
I've been
When
trying
they
to
see
get.
podiums, then they're like,
I was going to say, have you guys seen your Instagram page recently? Podium, 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 podium. So racing is obviously part of the culture of
Absolutely.
the club.
So
You're not going out there to just get your attendance, or there are people there that want to race and the club embraces that. But
It's always a race, man.
there's no one, so as a member, there's a limit in terms of cap. Anyone's welcome. Any male, female,
Yeah.
age,
Yeah, yeah.
skill
We
level.
have like a
But there is a cap.
but we've got like a fair way of dealing with it. Like if you want to join, say you want to join, then we'll tell you need to do 3 club rides.
So that everybody can learn.
Culture fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's a
it.
two-way
Big thing.
So it's a two-way thing. You can see the environment. We can get to meet you. So it's socializing, whatever. So if you're still happy after 3 rides, then make application. If
Okay.
you're happy with that, then from there basically.
Have
goes
you
to
had
the-
any really awful people arrive that were just complete wrong culture fits? You don't have to mention names. 1, 2.
Yeah, let's just say not everybody gets in. You know, based on certain reasons.
Because
And
what we do is we try to make it fair. So we send it's a voting system. So we say you join, now we send out a form. Everybody happy with this guy? If you don't have then give a reason. If you give a valid reason, then we can take it to the exco and see if it's good enough. If it's not good enough, if it's like I had an argument with
He didn't
someone,
match his socks with his helmets.
that's not a good enough reason. Okay,
Depends who you ask. Black helmet.
David, in this club is a serious business.
it's a serious
It's a
business.
serious business.
Listen, if your socks don't match,
Your socks doesn't match.
I know you got to deal with Sam, boy.
Interview over. These guys are legit. Because we all know you're going to get an extra couple of watts. Can you look at those socks are white.
Exactly.
How dare you?
It's the right color.
It's raining. Then
So we try to do it in a fair.
can you
way.
come and ride with the club if you're not a member?
Oh yes,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And those will be like if there's a group of girls as an example that would feel safe riding with the social guys.
That happens all the
welcome to
time.
join.
So
no drama.
we recently actually got 2 female riders that wanted to join. So the one wanted to join because she just loved the club. She saw us on the road. She can see what we've done on the races. She
And
was
we
like,
helped her
I stay
also.
in the north, but I really want to be part of the club. And we were like,
Yeah, no, and I think like
chatted
strange
about
enough, Inga, eh?
Inga, yeah.
Inga, yeah, so they stay out in Strand or
No.
Gordons Bay.
No,
North,
no,
No, we don't.
Kuils River, not Kuils River, Brackenfell, that one.
Oh, they're from that side. So who's on Gordons Bay? Or maybe I got it wrong.
Sure.
All of those,
Sorry, if he's on
all of
that
those
side.
are a bit of a drive, which is, I mean, for
Well,
the ride club, you'll do it, right?
So
Yeah.
that's the funny thing. That will be in the north. We've got her and her father who join. They're in Durbanville. We've got guys staying Gordons Bay side out, which is Sharif and Hartley.
Saudi.
So it's not just guys that are staying here in the south.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like we've got people who really wanted to be part of the club, and they actually made a way to.
Yeah,
come
in
out
actual fact, we
and-
discouraged her and her father from joining the club because we said, like, guys, you are, way over there. It's like Patkos to get to where you come from. And the young lady said, no, I mean, like during the races, interaction with members
what
of the
a
club.
great indication of the environment you've created.
Yeah,
right?
and then
She felt so comfortable with the members, and they encouraged her and guided her,
What are you
etc.
seeing in terms of women in cycling? Are you seeing increase in numbers, increased appetite, lower, same, not really, just out of interest? Because there's a lot of focus on that, there's a lot of conversation around it. Do you see anything at a club level,
at a club level, it seems very, I wouldn't say low, but I'm seeing personally, like today, I saw a lot of females on the road. Like you can actually, and I mean, as a cyclist, you know, there's a male, there's a female. And like today alone, we saw a fair amount of females riding. So maybe I think it's improving slowly. I don't think it's like major. But on my side, I think it's going slowly. But we on our side, we've got 2 from 0.
Yeah.
So it's a growth part for us, and we don't discourage it because the one like it was a young girl, and we've got another member whose wife is training hard, and she's motivated to do DC with us, and she's between the second team and the third team, and I don't know.
I'll tell you what, that's if you ever
more second
go
team.
The motivation is
DC
there.
and you commit a mixed team, that dynamic is fire. There's some flippin' cool racing that can happen there. There's a few mixed teams that we're aware of. Just,
I know
no, we're not
Pure-
racing, we're just
Pure
going for the
Savage always
vibes. It's
has.
like, oh,
But Pure Service always has a
of
nice.
course you're going out there to bury yourself. I'm vomiting. Like, oh, we're just going right for the vibes. But it's because of the male female. Okay, there's Layla Schwellness is she was an ambassador for Olves, and she rides the Seaboard. When she comes through their Seikabossi, we obviously go that way over towards Chappies. She annihilates me. It's ridiculous how strong she is.
And we've
Double
got one
race.
lady now, Lady D. She's very strong.
No, there's some
And I think she
firepower there.
motivates everybody
She's-
around her.
Yeah.
We've currently got that lady motivating the guys in the
Yeah,
club,
club.
which is
Well, that puts the cats amongst the pigeons.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Literally.
like the standard is high. I would say, like for a club,
So
standard is
as
definitely high.
as a club, 10 years, I mean, it goes without saying, that's a major accolade. And it's especially being run as professionally, but socially as you are. I mean,
Yeah.
that doesn't, I know, trying to get this community off the ground, nothing just happens. There's a lot of effort that goes into it. What are some of the reflections over the past 10 years you guys may have had when you sit and dwell on it, and what does the future hold? What are the aspirations, at least, for that as a club?
Pops, we can give you the floor.
How much we give you a minute?
Well, I've basically given it over to the youngsters now, because I think we've started something good, and because of the club motto, we've got notice out there, and the good work they were doing sort of paid dividends, and we can see now the people that wants to join the club, and I think we're on a good trajectory, and I think we should keep the motto that we have. Just continue with that, and things will happen by itself. Because initially we weren't in a race, and then we adopted the racing fraternity, and that also brought more members to the club, because they see now Infinity is racing, and we're getting the podiums, and which is actually tough for me, because I'm like the father, and we're very proud of my kids, you know, the achievement and stuff like that. And that is why I always try to ride, you know, to be there, up there with them, train, because it also tends to motivate them. If the faster I get, the faster they get.
Yeah.
But I think the ISCO is doing a fantastic job, and they should keep on doing what they're doing.
What would be the cherry on the cake? What would, if there's one thing you could see them achieve? Does anything come to mind? If it rhymes with DC and trophy, that's okay.
I would like for them to do a sub 5.
Gauntlet.
Now you can see the
I'm
standard.
so glad I heard it. I was kind of hoping you were going to put that out there. I mean, it's
A sub
I
5.
mean,
doable.
we don't know what holds, because I mean, from 10 years to now, we would have. I speak for myself.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I would have never have thought that the club would have been at this level. Like we always see clubs out there, and people come and go, and you see club kits and whatever. We were fortunate enough to upgrade our kit every year, purely based on sponsors. Because we said if we don't get sponsors, we keep the same kit. But because we're getting new sponsors every year, we have
Gotta
to honor
keep
the
adding.
sponsors. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
would change the kit. And for the past few years, we've been blue. So we wanted to be recognized. Once you ride on the road, you must know who we were. And we achieved that. And then this year was, because it's such a special year, it's a 10 year, we decided, okay, we'll have a vote and see who wants what colors and whatever. And yeah, we went through the process, and that's how we got to this year's kit. And a lot of people are loving it. They love it. So
it looks amazing.
So if I can just add in there, David, because he won't say it, is that from the start of the club to date, every kit has been designed
By you.
by Sambo. alone,
I helped.
without contest.
I helped.
A lot of
No,
modesty.
no,
in
he's
this,
he's a
in this
legend. I
group.
mean, if there's people out there that's looking for a designer for your kit and you're willing to pay the club a lot of money, we could gladly give Sambo services. Nah, legend.
You might get an inquiry the next.
Legend. I mean, you know, with the least amount of arrogance,
Yeah.
I say that our members are always looking on point.
I couldn't agree more. It's always been striking, very appealing. I haven't seen, and there are some horror shows out there.
Yeah.
I won't name names, but there are some horror shows out there.
That's why it's very important. You must look the part.
No, you must. I mean, let's not play games. Are we talking about
mean,
finding people for
we're
not having
talking about-
matching socks with helmets? You can't have that attitude. Like, you want to look the part. It's a big part of what you
I
do.
mean, if you're a cyclist and you're, I won't say pure cyclist, but like if you cycle every week and you know what's nice, you know. If you know, you know.
And then you
Yeah.
get this club kit, and it looks like, yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Say no more.
Yeah.
Who have you used over the years for your kit? Have you aligned with a particular brand?
So we started off modestly. I think our very first kit was with a local company that's no more in existence, and then we moved over to the what was that company?
Bye, you know?
No, it was
Shireen.
no,
Shireen
no,
was
the
a beginning.
red. We had the red kit with
Oh,
I can't remember.
I can't get to the name right now. They were okay. Maybe I shouldn't even say the name, but they were decent. We just had problems maybe with some pubs and whatever. Then we moved over to Vi at the point, and then from there we moved over to Civita,
Okay.
which we've been with for quite
Quite a few years now. Yeah.
So we've got a good relationship with them currently, and guys are happy. So at the end of it, it was a process because I mean
They're tough to beat.
well, yeah, also process as in the first 2-3 years just to find the right quality of kit.
Yeah.
More importantly, the bub, because that is the number one thing. If you find a bub that works for you and works for 90% of the people, it's a
Yeah.
win. 80% even, it's a win, because you spend the hours on a bub on cycling.
It's the highest contact point
Yeah.
Yeah.
between you and the machinery.
So we found over the years, I think Ciavita was tops. Because a lot of guys, if they don't have club kit, they have Ciavita bibs.
And as a member, our fees are like stupidly low. And I don't really want to get into the numbers, but if you calculate what you get for becoming a member at Infinity, it's like ridiculous.
Does it include kits?
It doesn't include it. You get
Okay.
I think
But they get a
20%
discount.
or 25%
Yeah,
of the kit.
we
or-
give like a...
it's like ridiculous.
So Ciavita would give us a special
Yeah,
discount.
the volume-based, the
Yeah.
batch.
volume-based
yeah.
one, with maybe like a little extra, and then we would give like a 25% extra on the kit.
Oh,
so,
wow.
so the kit becomes
Cheapest. That's
affordable
Yeah,
to
yeah.
our members.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things we try to do. Because cycling is an expensive sport.
Yeah, and I
Everybody
mean it-
knows cycling is an expensive sport.
and then there's rebates on racing also.
So I don't know.
Really?
Should we go down that route? We,
Yeah, I'd
so
love to.
One of the benefits, the few benefits of being as the kit, obviously. So you get like a decent discount on the kit.
a
Then
very
we-
good-looking kit,
For a
as we've
nice-
now established.
Yeah,
we
and
would
probably
like
of the
to
best
think-
quality out
We
there.
would like
Yeah.
to think that, yes. And then we've got rebates on races. So we would set out a budget. Since we got like a decent amount of sponsors, we have a what's Mo called in our club?
Treasurer.
A treasurer. So he's got a treasurer where he sets up a budget for the year, annual year. Then we present that to our members every year at the annual meeting, and so they know where the money goes. So there's no hidden. There's nothing hidden. So if
Everything
we-
is
It's all
transparent.
transparent. Yeah.
if we get 20 grand or 40 grand in for the year for sponsorship, we know exactly where that money, and everybody will know where their money is going.
And generally speaking, it's rebates on races. Is that a big part of
One.
it?
So one
Oh, no.
of it being,
Okay.
so hypothetically.
So I go into a race, I'm racing under club colours, I
Yes.
get some money back.
So,
Yes.
so let's
After
just,
the fact, or
let's
after I've
just,
entered.
let's just
Okay.
say we set aside, just hypothetically, 10,000 rand for rebates for the Western Province League.
So water pups.
And if we divide that up, maybe each person gets 100 rand off each race. So that means, for example, your race costs you 200 rand, you pay half, you get half the money back.
Yeah,
so
that's-
so
yeah.
each person has an account basically in the club So we have an accounting system that we actually use. So everything is very
This is so legit.
it's proper.
crazy.
So you can actually get an invoice every month. So it gets added to your account.
Okay.
So you pay your subs, you get your kit. Now you get rebated on the races that you do. So
Okay.
you can choose as a member to use it or not. So whether if you don't use it, it falls to everybody else. Once the
Okay.
budget is used, it's used. Then we've got a DC budget. So the DC budget would be how many teams do we have?
Okay.
So we
Entry
put aside
fees.
a certain amount of money for the entries. So it depends on the sponsors. Sometimes
Okay.
we can fully sponsor the teams, or sometimes we do like a 50%
Guys, that's
sponsor.
incredible.
So that's
That's not normal.
And it goes without saying that, I
But
mean,
like, that's really not normal for
And
anyone
we're not-
watching.
and
this.
we're not-
I think, and at this point is maybe where we should say thank you so much
To our
our
sponsors.
sponsors from the beginning to now. I mean,
We
it's all
could-
possible through them.
we would never be where we
No,
are right
absolutely.
now without our sponsors. Like,
What do they want? What do the sponsors want?
So-
What's in it for them?
Just
So that guy over there has been sponsoring us from day one. He can answer that question.
So it's an important one. Like, I
Yes,
get, I know,
100%,
I have an
100%.
idea of what the answer is, but I think it's the reason I ask is one, obviously, it would be nice to hear
So-
the
so my-
authentic
I don't
answer,
think
but
you can
people
ask
don't
me.
necessarily know.
Yeah.
People that watch this might have businesses, they might be involved, they might not understand what it takes from a sponsor to be involved, and if maybe just verbalizing that might be the difference between, next time when I go into Checkers and these guys that are saying I'll take out of my pocket and sponsor cycling, let me rather buy that product than the other one, because this idea that you can vote with your wallet. I now fully adopt this thing of, if I see someone involved in cycling, when I raced a bit for the wine and Oaks, that orange kit, speak
yeah.
about colors that don't go well, and amazing group of people, and they ran it like really seriously. I think they've now stopped and they've merged with ASAP. But you had like this list of sponsors down there, and one of them was like an optometrist, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, there's 50 people racing there, and if you need a pair of glasses, go buy them from Fani,
Yeah.
because he's taken money. I can guarantee you he gets very little back out, and if that logo being there is the difference between you going to Tani Anzal for your physio, or rather going to the guy that's backing the team, and people sometimes don't know that. So that's when I ask the question, it's to feel free to.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think
Lead into that.
I may be the wrong person to ask that question, for the simple reason that because I'm one of the founding members, my love for the club runs very, very deep. So, and for me, it's like our child, man. It's like putting your kid through school, type of thing. It's something that you have to do, and obviously promoting my business. And I sell motor cars for a living. Actually, buy more motor cars
Good
than
to
sell
know.
motor cars. So I'll buy any car, from a wheelbarrow to a Ferrari and everything in between. And
And
that's
I
cool.
need to see you selling a wheelbarrow.
don't worry, you'll be
He's a very good salesman.
Your sweeper vehicle at DC. Dealing with the
So and I think for me it's just about
name of the business, the dealership.
SSY Auto.
SSY Auto.
Yeah.
We'll put
So-
that up on screen
You'll
as
see it on the shoulders of the kit.
as
That's
a
been
link.
my spot for years. But besides the business part of it, it's just purely for the love of it, and it's for the growth of the club and the continuity of it. It just needs to go, and my kid needs to come into the club, and he needs to do this.
Yeah.
And a big part of our club motto and our ethos is like charity. We love doing our charity thing as well. So that's
give back. 'Cause
absolutely
it's the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Have you had someone buy a car as a
Yeah,
result
and
of seeing
absolutely,
the
there's
logo on the kit? Has there been a return?
I don't know if anybody from outside of our club has, but I mean within our club we've obviously done
Okay.
lots of business.
And we
So it
try,
must be interesting for people to know. Like again,
Yeah.
like don't assume no one knows anything, because that's a lot of what people
Yeah.
don't.
I just
do in
had
cycling.
one experience in a race. No, my name, the company name is on the bum at the back, and it says quality performance on time with the company. And one guy came past. He said, "What do you guys do?" I said, "No, we're in construction. We build bridges and stuff." So okay, but while we're racing, that was only one experience that I had because of
Did he
of
come
the
build
name.
the bridge with you?
You never know.
That would be a good return on investment. I imagine bridges are expensive.
Absolutely.
And it's, I mean, I asked the question, I think being critical of the community, because I'm a critical person. I don't accept anything. There's always room to do better. My kids hate me, for sure. They're high performers, and I am hard on them, and I know that, and that's just too bad. The cycling community is terrible with that. They don't have this mentality of, I know, whoever it is, it can be you, it can be anyone, is like, here's a guy, whether or not it's his club and he's linked to it, it doesn't matter. He's doing something for cycling. You're going to buy a car from some dealer that rolls up into some corporate that doesn't give a shit about cycling. Buy one from him. The car's the car. It's like, vote with your wallet and back your community. And it really, really irks me how, and I know because I can see it. Varley's, the Joburgers, are different. I mean, the guy that we got was called Bicycle Line. Absolute legend of a man. He reminds me very much of you, Pops. He looked after his community like you cannot believe. He was shredded like you. And this guy smoked. He had a pack of Marlboro Lights like every day. Unbelievable, but like shredded. You could grate cheese on his abs. And you'd always see him with a Tex and a Coke. Like just so unhealthy, but this was like perfect physique. Craig Curry was his name. Ex-like Investec guy and like super charismatic. He could ride us rings around us if he wanted to. At the back of every ride, if you were riding with your wife, which I did, and you could see that you were on a good day, you're like, go off the front, go ride, I've got cans. And you'd look, whoever it was, the whole day you'd be at the back. You could argue, yes, because he's got the bike shop and he wants you back there, but it's not like that. He was just, I want people to love cycling. If I can make that experience better, more people. And it worked. And we did land up buying. He was a Trek dealer. We bought, mountain bikes and road bikes, and like we went so deep there. And I'm so grateful for it. I was like, I'd rather know that profit, whatever it is, I couldn't care what it is. Let it go to his family. Let him eat better because he's doing something for this community. That might be soccer, whatever it is.
But I think it may be worth mentioning, like currently we have 2 sponsors, or 1 sponsor that doesn't actually want his name on the kit. He's just happy to give back to the community. So those guys are there. I think, and I think within our circles, we have absolute legends in terms of giving back. I mean, some of the guys, their names are on our kit. I'm sure they get nothing back from it. People actually don't care, but they're happy to give.
Yeah.
Always.
For the love of
and every year.
Sure. And that's and that must never go away. And it doesn't. And if I look at the reason I'm so critical is I look at the racing scene, and it's, I don't know if you remember DMS, guys that were in purple, they raced at the elite level. It was Honeycomb, DMS, there was the TEG security. And they, like, if you look at them, they come and go. Like, those guys at the top end of the sport are really important. If you look at the number of clubs or teams that have sent riders abroad, I'm pretty sure Honeycomb is at the top end. He has sent Carl Oaks to Mauritius, to Epics, to Europe, to, it never ends. There is no ways that he has generated a return that warrants that. He is deeply passionate about cycling, and critically people having opportunities to go and, if you've got it, he's not going to just send anyone. Like, he does have the knack of recruiting top talent. He'll give you that chance, not because he's going to get anything out of it. If you land up at a team overseas, your world tour, whatever, it's not like they're going to pay him a fee. It's just, I want to give back. And it needs to be bigger. People need, as much as they give, not wanting anything back. Carl wants nothing in return. He is one of the most generous people you'll ever meet, much like yourselves and much like members in your community. But the community needs to hear that, and also, like, just think first about, I'm about to go buy a car. Wait. Was that guy on that podcast? Like, what was that name? Rather go buy it there. If you're going to build something, if you're looking to build a bridge, Pops is your man.
But I think within our circles,
I just think it's so important.
Like within our cycling circle at least, I think it is showing.
Good.
I feel.
I'm glad to hear that.
In my opinion, I think within the club already, because having 50 people in a club, if we
It's a big number.
if we know what half of that people are doing, right, we are more likely to use that person than anybody
Yeah.
else because
Maybe they need a job. Maybe they're juniors and they're
this
trying
is
to
the
get
thing,
into
I'm rather
whatever.
gonna trust him to give
Yeah.
me a car than someone
Yeah.
I don't know. Another person, we've got another guy in our club. He does, for example, upholstery. If someone asks me, do you know upholster? Of course I do. He's someone in our club.
Yeah.
Um,
It always
he
starts
doesn't,
at home.
no, he doesn't necessarily sponsor us, but the circle of members.
The recommendation
Yeah,
comes
and
from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
program.
we've got like Samir actually tried to push that a lot in the club. He would tell people, you need to tell people what you do.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how you can help the next
Yeah.
person. Like at one point there was like, we've got a designer, we've got an architect designer, we've got
the thing, you
builders.
start looking
we've got-
inside and
we
it's
can
like-
literally do
We got
everything.
we didn't know we had a physiotherapist. I mean, when we
And
found out,
that person should be
Biokinesis,
screaming.
no?
I mean, we
that guy
found
came
this out
to
after
he
months.
made me straight.
After months of being in the club, we didn't know, and then one person mentioned, and we're like, why didn't we know this?
Cha-ching.
So like strange enough, is something I've been pondering on now for the last few weeks is and I've earmarked somebody to speak to about this, is like putting something together that has all our members on there and what they do, so that you
Like
like,
a
have a reference.
Rolodex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so that you know.
If you
Okay,
give us
so
something, that's the first place.
Yeah.
you look at. And similarly, so
Send them all, yeah. They can come tell me what they do and also send the videos back to you.
well, that's
Or
one.
shoot all 50 of them
that's-
in one day.
And that's purely just our club. I mean, there
Yeah.
are other
Yeah.
cycling clubs, people doing things in businesses that we
Now,
support.
this is when we were talking earlier about this concept of this community, and it's agnostic. It's not a club. It's not Infinities. It's not Savages. It's not South Cycles. It's a place for all of them to come. Imagine you get that right, and you get 5% of the community on an ongoing basis in a fixed
Yeah.
place. Maybe it's not here. Maybe someone else does it better than you, and that becomes like a place. And you develop this framework of being able to, club first by all means, but within your community of runners, cyclists, hence the name, the Acts of Hobart. It's meant to enable opportunities within this community, because the community doesn't band together. Like, we all annoy at how cuck road users are towards cyclists and runners, but people spend more time fighting which side of the road the runners should be on chappies than saying we both outdoors
Yeah.
at 6 a.m. We value
Yeah.
freedom, we value safety, we value being able to exercise. We're the good people in society,
Yeah.
and we're a dramatic minority. Normally, you'll find that there are overachievers and there aren't people that are doing more in the environments they're in. There's generally a high LSM and a successful network there, but that needs to be leveraged, and it's community. So anyway, you do it.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Coffee, banter, DC, like those common experiences. You get chatting there. I can guarantee you I'll buy a car from you in the next couple of years. The next time I buy a car, I can guarantee you also. I can't tell you else. I know it sells cars. It's in the industry. Like it should be that simple.
No, absolutely. I think, and for me, it's like within our club, it's like almost imperative to empower people that you share those spaces with first, before you like go outside of your circle, if that makes any sense.
That's how community is supposed to
Yeah,
work,
absolute-
right? Like
absolutely.
That's your brotherhood. Leave no one behind.
Absolutely.
That's on the road and off the road.
And one of the things that we always tried to push was that we're not just a club. We want to be like family. It must be like family. Like if something happens, you're there for that person. And it's been working. So to
Now
say.
we've got a really good bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a phenomenal exco. The guys are the amount of time they plow into
I mean, you get paid
into
for
the
it.
club, and
None of the ESCO people.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
exorbitant-
it's not something we get paid for. Or something that
It's a labor of love.
I'm not supposed to tell them how much we get paid. I nearly slipped up there.
we basically get voted in by the club.
Yeah.
Because we said we don't want it to run like an ownership.
Yeah.
Because we said
No,
if,
this-
for example, I'm not there one day, Pops is not there one day,
Yeah.
Samir is not there one day, we hand over to whoever's there. So we depend on our members every 2 years. We send
Imagine
out,
how nice it'll be to be a spectator in your own club
That's what I am.
10 years' time
Well,
and you can just sit and look around and be like, wow,
I love it.
must be amazing for you.
well,
Yeah.
well,
Do you ever tear up?
Yes, I do.
You must do.
When I podium, oh, no.
I mean, we literally try to run it as neutral, you can say, as kind.
Yeah.
Because there is no owner in the club. We might have founded the club,
Yeah.
and maybe some of us are on the exco, but my job is not finances. I don't get involved
Yeah.
with that. There's a budget for that, and that's what they do. So
But if that kit looks cuck, your head's gonna roll.
yeah,
They get the spelling of infinity wrong on that kit.
Yeah, yeah,
DSG Auto. Sorry, what?
yeah. So we trying to keep it as like a close family. So like, you're not saying anybody else.
I
can't
think
come.
that
It's just
you-
the culture we're trying
You're
to.
achieving far more than you even realize. Like I say, I listen from afar. I'm always in earshot, and I'm a people watcher. Like I can go and sit with my oldest daughter, and I can sit at a mall and just watch people and be quite horrible in terms of our opinions of them. Like I just rip them off. Like just the two of us. Like we say it to each other all the time. Like we go into hell. To sit and do what the two of us are doing. It's our own little thing. And not that I do that, yeah. Unless matching socks and shoes, obviously, then you get judged. Like, do you know that?
Yeah,
You expect to be
cycling
judged.
is
for
one
that.
of the
that's a standard, yeah.
most judgy.
And you hear, and this is not, I'm not saying this just because you're here, but there is definitely a brand perception about Infinity, and it's very professional, and I haven't heard there's not a single negative sentiment out there. And
I'm
that's
trying to get
something to be
my
proud
age
of.
people to join the club. They don't
What's
want
the
it.
barrier? Why won't they?
They say you're too fast.
It's a simple,
Can't keep up
simple
with Infinity.
solution. And I've seen it if you go around to car. Females, e-bikes. Problem
Yeah,
solved.
that's true.
You go and hang around here to car. I mean, Stenberg, all these golf estates.
I think there's a
and
bigger
there's
chance
no
of us starting
shortage
a
of
motorbike
cash.
club. Eh?
And you see, just observe next
That's
time.
crazy.
And
No,
it's
we had two e-bikes ride past us this morning up Sekeposi. Two guys. Pops'
the
age.
worst.
Pops' age.
Yeah.
Two guys chatting and looking at us and saying hi.
Yeah, but you
We're
see,
like,
you didn't notice there was a girl up the road. That's what they chasing. I promise you, you see it.
most likely.
And they come in, and it's, I mean, I say that's, comedically, but it's my father-in-law, Rob, don't watch this, please God. He's getting on. He's older. He's like, getting on to 70. And I so wish that he would get on a bicycle and ride. He's a guy that plays golf. Like he's
Active.
He's active, but the thoughts of him in Lycra, I would cry because he's like a man's man. Fixes everything and DIY. And it's like, but from a health point of view, because I know myself being a toxic, borderline alcoholic pre-cycling, like the change of lifestyle it brought to me and to my wife, who weren't really alcoholics, but like just how positive that change was and how much healthier we are. I'm sure we're going to live 10 years longer. And I was like, I wish, not that he's a boozer or a smoker, but just if he could get on that bike, man, I know we're going to get a good couple more years of me being able to give him cuck and tell him how terrible his golf is and whatever else.
Well, that's why Pops is our motivation. How old are you now, Pops?
65.
65, and you don't have a reason
65 and doing DCs. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Pops did a DC last year. He's planning on doing another one this year, and the motivation is Pops mustn't drop you, eh?
I'm his motivation.
65 years old.
This man, he doesn't need months of training. 2 weeks is enough for him.
Kills me. There's always that one guy.
Oh, he's
Well, our first
he doesn't want to know he's a
He's
natural.
training and he's not telling you. That's part of
Our
it.
first DC, how many weeks was it, Miss Amir?
2 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks training in DC with us.
That makes me sick.
I
Gifted,
got
obviously.
lucky, man. I got lucky. It's a has-been. It's an old story. It's not
So,
He still does it.
no,
what are
playing
the
it down.
plans for this year then? DC is obviously a
We
big goal.
managed to secure 3 entries again.
Okay.
So we're gonna do
3 teams again
3
going
teams
out this
again.
year.
We've got a 7.5-hour team, a 6.5-hour team, and a race team.
Sub 5.
We're not putting a number to it. That they can decide. but
What does your race team race for? Is there a team they want to beat? Is there a time they go for?
I
Is there a
think-
position
It's
they
time,
would
I
I
like?
think over the years,
time.
Time.
over the years, it's been a matter of bettering times.
Okay.
And
Just be better than
last
we were
year
last
was the
year.
fastest time, so the bar is set.
Okay.
So
Is there consistency in that team? Same guys as last year. There's some new guns.
There's some new
Some
guns
new-
there.
some- guys, yeah.
There's some new guys, definitely some new guys, but we had 3 members that actually moved to UK and they came back last year as members to race. And they were training in the UK.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they came back. That was, and that's the love they had
It's
for
crazy.
the club. The love they had for the club. They wanted to do.
They were actually still
Okay.
active members or paid members while they
Yeah.
lived in another country.
country, yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
So they came back.
That's amazing.
So they came back because they wanted the club to do their best time. And
Is
that's
Jared
exactly
still
what they
part of
achieved.
that?
They achieved that.
Sure, that's
they
cool.
flew down
Yeah.
from UK for was it a week or two.
Did they all go there?
Oh well,
Yeah.
yeah,
They're all in the UK.
yeah. The three
All
of them.
three of
in the
them.
My
UK.
condolences.
So-
What a cuck place to go to.
So the funny part
From
is
Cape Town to England.
and they trained in the UK. They never trained here. They trained in the UK to do.
You realize how tough that is, right?
It's very tough. The
Yeah.
weather
Because
is
that's like
tough.
indoor trainer.
Yes,
They get
exactly.
like 3 weeks a year they can ride outdoors.
Exactly.
That's
That's why I say it's tough being.
GCN films all their content in 3 weeks and then they have to spread it out over the year because they're so That's obviously not true.
I mean, the summer is short. We know.
Yeah.
That they're actually having their summer now.
They've had a
End
good
of
one.
it.
They've had a very good one.
So they, and they came back and they did our best time.
Okay.
And so we don't have them this year. So they're not. I mean, you can't do it every year. So they're not back this year. So we've got different members,
Okay.
a couple of new members, and they will obviously be gunning for a good time, another good time this year.
So between now and DC, that's the goal. Is there a
And
10-year
then-
celebration?
So
coming
Yeah,
up?
so
absolutely.
we normally have our year-end function. We always try to at least, and we have like a dinner or whatever the guys vote for.
Okay.
And this year we're having a 10-year dinner, as
Gala.
gala dinner.
It's basically like an evening where you get food and you talk cock the whole night, you know what I mean? that type of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like the
And-
absolute
and we
best
need to
evening
have it
with,
this
with
year.
no judgment from the partners.
Yeah, so that's the.
That's why you call it a gala, 'cause then you can get
Yeah,
away
yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's our plan
Our
for,
plan, yeah.
for this
The
year.
when is it? End of November. Eh?
Yeah, end of November.
Yeah.
So it's the
After
week,
DC, of
so it's the
course.
week
Yeah, yeah.
after DC.
Yeah, yeah,
So when the spirits are still high.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan.
Spirits high and the emotions are low.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah, hope we go the other way around.
Oh, that's when you get the countdown timer, 50 however many weeks till the DC 2026.
Yeah.
Are we never doing DC again? Oh, here's our 3 entries.
That entry, if that guy was there under that beer tent, you would get everyone signed up.
Probably.
Just not after Three Sisters time.
Oh no.
That second sister, that's the
Who has
The
the
killer.
tester? That's the tester. Yeah. But,
And this one was flying up there.
Nah, Pops.
Yeah,
man.
I was
3
trying to
weeks
stay on
of
his
training.
wheel.
Imagine he did 4.
I'm a has-been, guys. I'm a
Now you must
has-been.
know I get the chirp all the
Yeah.
time. Pops, you must train.
I just don't understand
Pops, you
why
must
Pops
train.
trains all year. But he just can't drop me, man. I just don't understand it.
Maybe if you trained with him throughout the year, not just those 3 weeks,
Yeah.
you can elevate.
By me staying away, I motivate him to train.
that's one way of looking at it.
So other than DC, guys, anything? There's a gala coming. There's DC. It's the 10-year.
Yeah.
What else?
So annually, we've got an event that's on our calendar. It's like permanently there. It's there's a charity called Things on Wheels.
Okay.
So it's run by an individual. His name is Kamil Abbas. So he looks after lots of feeding schemes, the disabled.
Okay.
Does wonderful work in the community. So we've got an annual agreement with him. He has what's called a wheel walk. So we meet up at Sea Point Promenade. That's usually in March. No, what's it?
March, yeah.
Human Rights Day. What day is that? I'm bad with these things, man. But there's a public holiday
It's in March.
in March. So we meet up there, and then Infinity Club, we basically act as the marshals for the wheelchairs. So we'll have a group in front, in the middle, in
Oh,
between,
that's
at the
amazing.
back. So
yeah,
we,
we'll lead them out and
you know,
Oh,
like,
that's
guide
awesome.
them.
And we help
Help
whoever
them.
and
needs
we help give
So we get
a,
our families involved. They'll
so that's our,
some
like
of
our
them, some
annual
of them.
charity event that we do.
Awesome.
Help them.
And then we try to do a social as well. Well, the past 2 years we did like bowling. So fortunately enough again to have that in our budget.
Okay.
And then the club paid for it, and then everybody. That's the beauty of it. It's like you give a social event, everybody's there. Like yes, we love it. And we had our biggest turnouts for social. And then we had like different teams, and then we have a bowling on the evening. Everybody loves it, and yeah. So
Unreal, man.
we tried to do like social, and then we had like a end of year function. We had 1 year we had like a braai
Are we going to have a family day also?
family day. So this year we decided gala because it's a 10-year. Like, for example, next year we might have like a family.
Get it a
thing,
bit formal.
Yeah.
We have aspirations to get a little bit of toxic masculinity is the best way to put it, going ahead of DC and send out an invite to a couple of the other race teams that are, the
Proper race
team one, do a ride from here and just go mostly geared around banter and just to mix it up a little bit beforehand. Who do we send that invite to for when we get that together?
Send it to
Well,
the
They'll be
East Coast.
keen.
Can send it to any one of us. We will send it to the right people.
We'd
None
like
of us
to.
sitting here is in the red.
We want to get that and put a little
Yeah,
bit of
yeah.
budget behind a film crew and do it like properly. And
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
guys
our
would be
guys will
interested.
definitely
Pretty cool.
be keen on it.
Yeah.
just
they
some, because the mother guys from the Sea Point did probably the most heavy lifting in terms of producing good banter and content throughout the year. And I think we've got to, this side of the mountain, we've got to carry the mantle a bit. Maybe invite them over the lentil curtain to come and see us here and send them out on a gauntlet.
Yeah, we actually started a like a chain gang, and if you know, so we done one in the Alphen.
Furgrove.
What is it? Furgrove. There's a
Furgrove
Furgrove loop that
Yeah.
we do, and then sometime during the year, like call it the Winter League or sometimes, then we'll have that, and then we have like a
On a
Please
Strava
Saturday.
group.
send out an
No, there's a
invite.
Strava group, and people can join. Then people from outside come. We've got some
Love that
some
stuff.
ex-pros even at Rock Up, like, and Aussies there, and it becomes like a 1 hour hard session.
Yeah.
Like, hang on as long as you can,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of a thing. So
Okay, we'll look forward to
that's
that.
like a Saturday, like.
If you get one of those, you must let me know. It'll be nice to come and try and
that's like
film that,
proper.
interview some people.
I mean, it's informal. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like a.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's.
There's no like, like what's this?
It's not owners
to
to
anything.
infinity.
Yeah,
Everybody
Yeah,
was
it's
like-
open.
Our guys started it,
Yeah.
so we'll sometimes post it in the Strava group, and then the guys rock up. They rock up at the engine. Was the engine?
Yeah.
And
Engine,
then
yeah,
At the engine, and then they maybe create 2 or 3 groups, depends on the amount of
I
people.
think more of
And
those
then they
things
go.
attended from more different groups
And there's always people
with a little bit of a
wanting-
film thing behind it.
Yeah,
We're
there's
just
always
stuck.
people wanting to train hard. So the Saturdays are normally like the days they go
Yeah, yeah,
hard,
yeah.
and then Sundays club ride or LSDs
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it
What they
is.
call
Yeah, yeah.
Saturday's hurt box.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. DC obviously
Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah,
That's the guys. I've been really privileged to have all three of you here. This is. I'm so glad I got a chance to hear the story. Thanks for coming on a Sunday. That's I know this is family time and that's sacred. So thank you for sharing it. And Pops, well done to you. I think to sit and
I
hear
think
this
it's well
must
done
be.
to all of them.
Yeah, but there has to be the guy that says let's go and do it. So whilst your co-founders have done an incredible job, and well done to you.
the heart of the club.
Like, yeah, I mean, pat yourself on the back. I can see you're as modest as the gentleman on the side of you. No one wants to take any praise at all. So let me be the one that showers it down on you. But like, it's well done. And I hope someone sees this and thinks, you know what, bugger it. I'm gonna do the same. And I'm gonna look after my group and create my own thing. Because the more of these, the better everyone is.
Yeah, and the safer you are on the road.
100%.
Because we always said we're
100%.
safer in groups.
In numbers,
and,
100%.
and again, one of the reasons some people join are because they don't want to ride alone. They want to ride with the group. Some people want to look good.
That's
they
the
join.
whole. I mean, cycle is a social sport.
Yeah.
Exactly.
really
and
is.
it doesn't matter which club you join.
Yeah.
Like you find a group of people that you like cycling with, and you go ride with them in numbers. That's what it's about. Safety in numbers. I mean, we had a fatality. When was it? Last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there's been a bit of bad luck the last
Yeah.
couple
Exactly.
of years.
So
It's been terrible.
Got to look after one another, and groups is the best way to do that.
No,
Good
absolutely.
clubs, well run, organized, with a voice. So well done,
We try our
and thank
best.
you guys so much for coming through. I really, really, really do appreciate it.
No, I think,
No,
David,
it's
thank
a-
you to you, sir.
thank you.
Thank you for what you do. I think, at the end of the day, if we can all just be good human beings and try and give back into the community, I mean, that's what it's about. So thank you for doing what you do, and long may it continue. And
Yeah.
hopefully you don't go to hell. I can't, I can't
If my daughter and I just got people watching, I think we'll be okay.
well, that's your quality time with her.
Sit there with like a rosary praying while we go.
but
We're not
thank you.
Catholic, I'm joking.
Thank you to you. Thank you for sacrificing your Sunday as well. And I think the pleasure and the honor is ours for for getting the invite from you, and thanks to Ozzy for setting it up. So
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolute pleasure, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you out there soon.
Oh yeah.
The Gauntlet, the Chain Gang, and all of the above.
Absolutely.
Say hello on the DC. Hopefully, we see you out there.
Yeah. We'll,
Yeah, God willing.
we'll have 3 teams. So
I always see all of them. Cool, guys. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks so much, man.
Thanks, sir.
Appreciate it.